Yeah, so I just got one for my partner down in Houston, PCSN. It's with a law firm. They've got a little over 300 users. They've got a hybrid cloud strategy, and they use an MSP now for cloud services and data security. And so he said he'd been with them for a couple years. You know, he was moderately satisfied, but was open to learning more about PCSN. So hopefully it's one that we found early and can kind of grow into something. So we'll see. It's a big one. Should be a good one.
I just got one from Chicago client. This company, they got about 200 users, some hotels and apartment complexes, use a company related to us, like an MSP, but the biggest pain point was he wasn't sure if he was getting the best bang for his buck, quality service with what they're paying. So sometimes it's nice to kind of see what else is out there, what they are getting, what maybe they're missing, especially if we come in on a cheaper price. He's definitely interested in that moving to the new year, obviously with other options. So he just wants to see what our pricing looks like to see if we can do better, because just kind of the way he was talking, I don't think he receives the best service for what they're paying for. So they want to see what we can do on congruent with our pricing to see if we can come in better. And like I said, just around this time, it's nice to put our options out there to see what we can get for the new year. So it should be a really good one. About 5 locations, 200 users. They got some physical servers per each location. With those 5 locations and some virtual machines as well. So kind of fits right in our wheelhouse of companies that we've been helping the last 25 years.
Yeah, so I called him up and he actually answered the phone. He was actually had a couple people out sick today, but he was all about it. He wanted to grow his business, but he didn't really necessarily know how to, like what steps to take. He has an inside sales team right now, but they're not fully focused on sales. They wear a bunch of different hats. So he was interested in learning how we were going to be able to help out his sales process and help him grow his business. So looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be a good one.
I had talked to the CIO of a law firm, and the first conversation went well, but he didn't really need anything. So I know that 90% of the time I talk to folks, I'm trying to say 2 words at once. Edit that out for me, would you? That I have one good conversation. I know that later on down the road is where I get my meeting. 10% of the time, I might get a yes, but that was the perfect example of how the process works. We spoke. He doesn't have any interest. I introduced myself. I said, hey, I'll stay in touch. So when I called him back, I just reminded him, I know we talked here. You said this. I'm not asking you to make any changes, but I would love to still talk formally to show you what we could do in the event something changes. We can be an extension of your team or just a benefit down the road in the future. When you tell people, I think every formal conversation starts a new relationship, and you're just looking to break that ice. People are a lot more open to having conversations with you. So I found out all the information on the back end, like 300 users, 9 locations, and he said he appreciated the follow-up and was like, yeah, I'd like to talk. And he's going to include like his IT director in on the meeting. It's going to be in person. So I don't know where it'll go. I don't know exactly what their needs are. They have a short list of projects, but there's obviously some opportunity there.
They have about 8 locations. I talked with a distribution manager who also takes care of the IT across all locations. I think they have about 16 to 20 users. Nothing specific that he has that he's wanting to get out of it, but he does have some ideas of some different projects that he might be wanting to do sooner than later. So we're gonna find out a little bit more about the needs and goals over there and see if there's something we can help out with.
Alright, so I got one for my Sacramento client. It is a church with 20 users, and they're working off of one server. They've been hit with some ransomware in the past. They're decently happy with who they're working with currently, but they wanted to hear another option, so we have some pricing and kind of give them some of our solutions when it comes to ransomware. So we're going out there on Wednesday, and we're going to meet them. Hopefully something good.